One of the most common assumptions in our Western culture is this idea that God does not speak. For most Westerners, the idea that God speaks to an individual or to community just seems rather pretentious. I mean, who are we to say that God has spoken to us? Now, I think that most people probably believe in God. Maybe they identify God with the universe, or they don't believe in the biblical God. They have a different conception of who God is. But I think very few of us are strict atheists in the sense that we have zero belief in God. But this idea that God speaks, that one's a tougher pill to swallow. For a lot of people, the idea that a tiny creature, us, could hear from maybe two of us, could hear from an infinite God, seems almost laughable, right? I mean, God is so much bigger than us. The scale is far bigger than between this beam and the ball. And it's far bigger than between the ball and the chair. And it's far bigger than between the chair and the house I'm in, and between the house and the city I live in, and between the city and the country I occupy, and between the country and the continent. The gap between us is rather overwhelming. And so when people look at that, they look at how small we are, how tiny we are, to claim that someone or something so big, so great could speak to us, and that we could have the capacity to hear that. Isn't that sort of unbelievable? How could we be so proud as to think that God speaks to us? But then again, maybe he does.